Hello guys, how are you doing? On this heavy tech sell-off day, uranium also got hit quite a bit. Commodities overall helps somewhat nicely, to be honest here. On a day where you can see that Bitcoin is down 5%. The dollar intraday had a huge reversal, up again almost a 0.5%. So commodities doing surprisingly well today. How is the ETFs? I think they're getting a little bit, mixed. But again, tech was a big loser today. Um, and again, check out the update that I've done here. You can see it freely on YouTube or on the Substack today. It's a free version, so you can check that one out. This one here, we will do the Twitter update, which I love to do. So again, I love your support. Again, like the videos and all that to yeah boost the content to other people if you think it's worth mentioning. And yeah, I want to show a few charts and then we go into the Twitter stuff. Again, I like to keep these videos at like 10 minutes per day after the close. So it comes a regular thing. Again, subscribers, you can become a subscriber here both on YouTube or the Substack. Again, you know exactly where to find it. If not, let me know. So, as mentioned, silver and gold, again, commodities did hold surprisingly well, but with also some big intraday swings here again. Again, the opening in the US session, a lot of selling just like last day. So, but it did hold some important levels short term here. Again, with a very strong dollar here. And I want to show you why it is still in really, really strong. That is, we have a breakout here across there, breaking out, testing again. And you can still see here we got a lot of buying here. So for the bears, in my opinion, they really want to push it somewhere below 107.5, let's say. Then you lose the horizontal supports, but also this internal uptrend from October, you will be losing that. So until then, the Dixie is actually, you can see the uptrend here, uh, is the king of fiat at the moment, for sure. All the other fiats are struggling heavily, 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 heavily. Platinum here, I want to say, is extremely interesting. False breakdown here from that internal wedge pattern here, but also from this, roughly 2024 uptrend here, breaking down, getting back in for 3% on a day where, again, everything is selling off. Interesting, very interesting. The big levels for us is roughly 1050. That is the big mother load breakout. Until then, I'm not investing any more than I already have in platinum, but I will definitely be ready again, roughly 1050. And so will the members be. They will be, alerted along the way so they know exactly, hopefully, when to get in at a very good entry. That's all we can do, right? Do our best here. Oil, look at that internal break, by the way, from July 2024. We have here October breaking out some retesting here. Oil is again, it's not like I'm going to say here that we are going to the moon, but again, we are playing with the reality that we could be testing the big long-term downtrend here. If I remove that stuff, so you can actually see what is going on here. So this is the one that I'm looking at. The highs again, March 2020, and then you can see if we start to trade, north of 77 to like 80 in this little pocket here, I think the bears and the shorts should be scared, in my opinion. Um, So yeah, we're basically waiting right now to see how this whole triangle here at the end of the apex of that whole 4-year setup, what it is doing. Breaking out, retest presumption, mega bullish oil and energy. If we can't break out, come down, obviously breaking here will take us initially to roughly 55. Again, plus minus a few dollars there. The initial target. We could overshoot heavily if we are to see that recession mega pullback, that many people are waiting for, which we haven't really gotten just yet. So copper and platinum here is by far the most interesting to watch here over the next few days, especially copper, which we didn't look at, but we will do now. So you can see copper here is still holding the $4 level. That's very important, and the blue uptrend. And internally here we have potentially a break very close by here. So copper is also extremely resilient on a very strong dollar, in my opinion. Cool. Let's look at the Twitter stuff here. The Twitter stuff. I will go in here again. I haven't been that much active today, but normally I am, where I basically show what I've been posting, but also what other people have been posting here. So cool. Again, here just did a uranium update for members on the first real, in quote, real red day in 2025. Members on YouTube and Substack has just gotten that one there. Again, this is the red day. You can see roughly 4% down in the uranium miners ETF. Nukes down 2%. Nukes, by the way, still looks very good. Nothing major there. Also a free update on commodities. Again, a quick, dive in, look into various commodities there. You can check it out on YouTube or on the Substack. Here is a post that I did on Tesla on the 2-hourly. So when I say 2H here, means the 2-hourly candlestick time frame. Most likely in for another 10% drawdown. If that is the case, that should be an area of interest. So we have this bull flag here, very beautiful still. And if we are to complete 1, 2, 3, 4, excuse me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're getting back into support at roughly 360. And if we're going to tag it and then break out, that is your entry with a stop below 360, in my opinion. And then you play this whole, again, you're probably going from roughly 330 to like what's that, 480. So you're talking $150 from the breakout. You're talking 550 basically is that measured move. So even though we're down like 20%, it's still a bullish environment, in my opinion. Until proven otherwise, of course. Here I did a comparison with NVIDIA and Bitcoin on the weekly, again, the weekly chart. Don't be fooled, in my opinion, Bitcoin is still levered tech. Until proven otherwise, Bitcoin is tech, nothing more, nothing less. That could change someday. Of course, good. But if you see the correlation here between NVIDIA, basically AI slash I would say semiconductors, Bitcoin and NVIDIA basically is more or less the same price behavior. Of course, with Bitcoin being a lot more volatile, but also I think has a bigger beta. So yeah, that is my take. This is Burak, my good friend. I have been talking with him. We will arrange a video probably next week. Probably. We will see. Again, you have to follow Burak here. He's a really cool guy. I have learned a lot from this guy when it comes to trend lines and how to at least take some of his techniques and incorporate them and make my own kind of mix. But Burak is a really cool guy, definitely worth a follow here. And this was from his private Twitter feed here in UK. The Nukes long-term buy. He bought the break there. Beautiful retest of this whole uptrend here. Again, breaking out, testing, rally, deep drop here into the retest again, breaking out from that whole downtrend. And this is the before, and this is the after. Yes, we have a red day today, but still, again, follow Burak. That's all I can say. Silver buck here on the gold. Gold daily view, if recent history is a guide. So again, he has the uptrend here, the 100-day. And basically, ever since we broke out of this whole thing here at roughly 2075, as you can see here, which was that big triple quadruple top maybe, bull flag below, we have basically been rallying, consolidating here, a bit of a triangle here, rally again, and for now still triangle. I would though use the peak to peak up here, but again, I think the picture is the same. Right now, we are in a good uptrend. It does look, again, if we start to break down from this little teeny weeny bear flag, then all of a sudden we're probably looking at more downside here. But yeah, big uptrend still in gold. And then I asked the community here, will silver trade above $40 here during 2025? And roughly 70% is, yeah, it will. So again, the minority says yes, but again, it's not like you have 90%, but hopefully it will. $40 would be amazing to see on the charts, really. Trend spotter here with Apple. Again, I love this chart here. Extremely simple. And that's not a bad thing, by the way. So this is the Apple one here. It peaked here in July. big sweep low here, coming close again. And you can see here we're getting into that whole supply and demand zone here every time, but the lows are getting smaller and smaller, or higher and higher, of course. Low here, high low, breakout. And again, we're now coming down to test that, potentially coming down to test that support at roughly 235. And that is when, again, you can go long. Your stop will be below the zone here, and then you can play for a bounce or longer term stuff here. But again, very textbook here, flat top, rising bottom, breaking out, retesting. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love it. And yes, make energy great again with reference to oil lurking in the shadows. Could it come, out and show itself? Maybe. Silver on the 1 day here, clearing this wedge to the upside and confirm above the big $30 for silver is what hopefully is in store for us here. Then we aim for the triangle highs at 35. So we're really trying to push back above 30 here. Did we close above 30? Barely, but that's still a close above on the spot price, that is. We have the lower here, which is the big breakout that happened there. Testing, rally, testing. And no, this is not a topping pattern. In my opinion, it's a wedge pattern because the pit here of the right shoulder, if it were a shoulder, is lower, much lower than the left, and you can't have that. So hopefully this wedge pattern here breaks, so we can hopefully rally to like 31 here, push back to 30 again, and then we can go. Hopefully. And this was basically the miners down under from yesterday, where we had roughly a flat day in the US, flat day down under, but I would be surprised if all of these wouldn't be red more or less tomorrow, given a 4% down day in the miners here in the US. So that is all, guys. I hope we hit the 10-minute mark. Have an amazing day. We see you tomorrow for yet another day in the markets. Cheers, guys. Bye.